Don't you let your disappointment make you miss your appointed time. Because that's the strategy of the enemy, where you become disappointed and you stop believing God for anything, where you become disappointed, where you don't even want to trust God. You don't even want to go after the things that he said because your feelings have been crushed, your hope has been deferred, and so it makes it seem as though this thing is for nothing. But the Father says you can be disappointed, but don't live there. He says because you got something to look forward to. He says, I'm the author and the finisher of your faith. He says, turn the page because this is not it. Turn the page because I'm writing a new chapter. Turn a page because there's much more than this. So don't live in disappointment, because disappointment is just a state. It's just a moment in time. But the Father says there's much more than this. But when we've had seasons of delay, seasons of frustration, seasons where hope has been deferred, it puts us in a place of disappointment. But the Father says today, pick up your bed and walk. Pick up your bed of disappointment. Pick up your bed of frustration and keep going. He says, don't you think this is it for you? He says, I got more than one way to bless you. So pick up your bed and pursue what I said. Pick up your bed and go after. He says, because you cannot live in disappointment when I got much more around the corner. And if you're not careful, the enemy will make you think that God don't want you to have what he said. The enemy will make you think that your prayers is in vain, your worship is in vain, your obedience is in vain because things are not happening. But we've got to learn how to trust God even through disappointment. We've got to learn how to trust God when things don't seem like it's going our way. For the Bible declares, and we know that all things are working together to them who love God and to them who are the called according to his purpose. So the Father says, take a moment to be disappointed. He says, but brush that off. He says, because the season is changing for you. The time is changing for you. He says, disappointment should not last always. He says, because joy is coming. So don't you allow a season, a disappointment to make you miss your appointed time. Well, how can I miss an appointed time? It's because when the time comes, you're not in the right posture, you're not in the right position, you don't have the right attitude, you don't have the right disposition. And so now the Father says, what I want to give you, I can't even give it to you because you're not even in a place to receive it. Imagine David was told to tend to his father's sheep, but because of disappointment, because of frustration, when they came looking for him, he was not in the right place because disappointment got him out of order. Disappointment got him out of place. Disappointment got him out of the wrong heart posture. And the Father says, don't miss it because of disappointment. He says, you got to learn how to tell your disappointment, this is not the end to me. You got to learn how to tell your disappointment there is much more behind the scenes. You got to learn how to tell your disappointment that God has my best interests in heart. You got to learn how to tell your disappointment this will not be like this always, because the Lord has so much in store for me. And so just because I missed this one don't mean I missed the playoffs. Just because I missed this one don't mean I missed everything. Just because I missed this one don't mean that God is not going to do it. My faith is I still believe God. My trust is I still believe God. So don't live in disappointment. It don't even fit you. It don't even fit where you are. It don't fit who you are. You look better in faith. It don't even fit where God is trying to take you. So don't live in disappointment any longer. Have a good one.